Alright, we're back. Got some monkless Belgian ales out of Bend, Oregon. And this one is a peppercorn imperial wit. So it's a wheat style beer brewed with spices. Let's see what they got on the back. It's time to rethink your wit. Belgian boldness is brimming in this big yet light-bodied wit. Citrusy freshness abounds with a clean, peppery finish. And we got 8.2 right there. So, let's check this out. Sounds interesting, a little bit different. We're going to be pouring it into this Tiku here. Might as well get bougie with it. It is a Belgian. They usually call for like a chalice or a goblet. Best I got is like a Tiku or a snifter. Looks like we got a somewhat fizzy head on this. It does have like a, you can perceive a little bit of that peppercorn on the head also, and you could definitely like smell that like Belgian DNA. Okay, so not overly peppery, and really not overly spicy. It kind of tastes like a typical kind of like Belgian golden ale, but then it has like elements of the wheat beer, if that makes any sense. Like it's definitely a little bit more creamy, although it's not super creamy. I think they were pretty dead on when they said like light bodied. It's definitely light bodied, even though it's 8%. And then it just has like a little peppery, like in the background, like after you went ahead and swallowed the beer, and then like you exhale out the nose. Not bad, not bad. Okay. We're going to be using Oaken Labs Earth of Mankind. I've used this before. This is the V3 base right on top there. And we are going to give it another go. I've already reviewed the scent. This one is fucking beautiful, but if this is your first time seeing it, it says Colonial Java, Critek Haze, Argerwood, and Mystical Spice right there on the front. Prominently displayed. We also got the matching splash, and we got that loaded up into our Lancaster bowl there. Beautiful bowl. We are going to be using a finally completed Alpha Shaving Company Outlaw handle in red with a AP Shave Co. 26mm Gelousy knot, which we will be using for the first time. It is a little bit moist already. I did a brush cleaning with it a little bit ago, and we are going to just dunk it in the water since it's already moist. Just kind of give it like another round of hydration, and then we'll get to lathering. So first go with the Gelousy knot, and before I get to lathering, you can see some gels now that I put some water back into it and squeezed it out. So I first heard about the Gelousy knot. Well, actually, I knew about the Gelousy knot when it first came out. I saw all the promotion for it or advertising for it from AP Shave Co. on their social media. I figured maybe one day I would get around to it, but it wasn't like high on my priority list. And basically, I had a few people, especially Anthony Vincent, saying this is like the badger knot, you know what I mean, to pick up and give it a go. And so I was like, okay. I'm a big fan of the Hair Force 1 knot. I'm a big fan of the Lancaster V1 knot. And Anthony was like, nope, the Gelousy Gelousy knot from AP Shave Co. smacks them. And so I picked up this 26mm bulb. And we're going to give it a go. It feels soft, that's for damn sure. But so do the others. And this will be my only second time ever using the V3 base from Oaken Labs. But the first time I used it, I did get a little bit of feedback from... I shouldn't say feedback. I had an interaction with the owner, proprietor of Oaken Lab, and seemed like a nice guy. He just basically, you know, wanted to know how I thought about the soap, and, you know, told me, you know, thanks for giving his products a shot. And I told him I actually really enjoyed the V3 base. It's the first time I ever used Oaken Lab. And this tub was actually given to me by Latherhog, John Shea. And he just gifted it to me. And I thank you very much for that, John. He told me if I didn't like it, I'd pass it on. And if I did like it, free to keep it. And I loved it. So, and it's my only Oaken Lab soap. So I figured I would keep it in the collection, and hopefully I'll buy some more Oaken Lab in the future. But I really, really did enjoy using this base that first time around. It made a real thick and creamy lather. I tried to load a little heavy because I wanted to, you know, give the new brush a good chance. But it didn't really like explode into lather like it did that first time I used it. And I don't remember what I used the first time I used it. I don't remember if I used like a synthetic or maybe if I used something else. But this is a lot less lather to work with than that first time. But it still looks pretty creamy, and the scent is banging. That warm, spicy scent. And we're just going to give it a go, just as is. This is what lather that I was able to make. This is the lather I'm going to use. Take another sip of that Belgian. And for the first time, the Easy Rider by Schick. Easy right there. I got a supply injector company, or supply injector blade in there. And this has this brilliant yellow handle. I just showed it in my mail call video. They kind of got like these slats, or knurling is just basically some lined grip. It's a very nice looking brush. You can see some lines right there. I don't know if maybe at one point it was pressed up against something. I gave it an initial scrub. Got a lot of soap grime off. I think I missed a few spots, so I will be going back over it later. But I basically just used an old toothbrush with the vibrate action and some warm, hot, soapy water. Did a pretty good job. So that's what we're going to be using today for the first time. The Schick Easy Rider, which I believe is the type L. I was kind of worried because when it arrived, it had a twinjector blade in there. I've never used a twinjector. Never used a twinjector, and I don't have any twinjector blades here, and so I was like, oh, fuck, what did I get myself into? You know, I won't be able to use that until I get on eBay and hunt down some twinjector blades. But a quick Google search told me that, sure enough, it takes regular injector blades as well, which is kind of cool that it can, you know, take regular injector blades and twinjector blades and still work. I think, yep, there's a hair. So the Gelousy knot has shed 3 hairs so far. It shed 1 or 2 when I was cleaning it in the Zingari Man brush cleaner, and then now once in my shave. So that's 3 total. It's, you know, pretty normal for a new knot, so I'm not tripping. But obviously, if it's a really, you know, continued problem, then I will be tripping. I had my brush knotted up, my Alpha Shaving Company handle knotted up by Strike Old Shave. I sent him 3 brushes to knot up, and he did all 3 and got them back to me in really good turnaround time. Frank is always a pleasure to deal with, in my opinion. Alright, so that first pass was very easy, very smooth. Think of it, I could have added a little bit more water, I think, to the lather. It was a little bit dry, but nevertheless, it's never really a hard time getting a good shave out of a Schick. Even though this is the first time I've ever used this particular Schick, it's never a struggle to get a good shave out of a Schick. And I'm familiar with the supply blade. That was actually really comfortable. If anything, I think it might lean a little bit on the mild side. I didn't really feel around for my stubble. I was just trying to smear the lather around. But it may, damn it. I had my other brush just hanging on the side of the sink, and it decided to go for a fucking swim. So I'll have to clean that up later, but I'm gonna try to add a little bit more water to the bowl here. See if I can't make it a little less pasty for this next pass. And if there's any residue on the walls of the bowl, try to get that off as well. Which it looks like there is a little bit. Not a deal breaker, but kind of nice when you can get it all. Oh. Big ass baloop. There we go. Don't want to waste that lather, especially when it's going to be a limited resource in this shave. Looks like I just needed to add a little bit more water, man. This fucking V3 just blew the fuck back up. Nothing crazy, but it definitely kind of doubled in size with just that little bit of water added. Feels a lot less pasty now as well. The brush, when I scrub, feels like a fucking pillow on my face. Very soft tips, and I would say it rivals in softness to the Lancaster V1, but this one, the way it was set, it does have some backbone, and I think it provides a nice gentle scrub. So really, at least on this first impression, it is ridiculously close to my Hair Force 1 and my Lancaster V1. It has been a pleasure to lather with this today. This Easy Rider has a long handle, and it's actually kind of reminiscent of my goat, the Schick Golden 500. This one's a bit more boxy, you know, a bit more rectangular or square, whereas the Schick Golden 500 is, you know, more of a cylinder type handle, more round. They both kind of got like those little thin lines as knurling. And they work real well for knurling. It's just, I believe it's just plastic or something like that. But feels real grippy, so that's all that matters. And I love the yellow. We'll see when I finish up how close this shave is, because it feels real mild and comfortable on the face, but it might be one of those deals where it's sneaky efficient. I'll tell you what, it might just be, I don't think it's like overly efficient, but it might just be kind of like right at medium, or maybe just a hair below medium, since I know my growth so well, my beard mapping. I think I might just get away with a BBS regardless, though. Yeah, that feels pretty fucking smooth. If not BBS, pretty fucking close to it. I would say this does not feel threatening whatsoever. Very low blade feel, if any. And that gave me a fucking close shave, so I'm really digging that Easy Rider. I need to clean it up just a little bit more. That was an eBay find and purchase. I'm not afraid to buy some vintages off of eBay, so long as they don't have like deep pitting or deep scratches or dings. If all they have is a little bit of soap scum, they just look a little bit dirty. You know what I mean? Like somebody shaved with it, left it on the counter, and you know, fucking 40 years later, someone decided to sell that bitch, and it just looks a bit dirty. A little bit of hot water, hot soapy water, a fucking, you know, toothbrush, old toothbrush. Put in a little elbow grease, and you can clean up that vintage. It'll look almost new. And so long as you look, or at least inquire for these words, this key phrase, good working condition. That is what I must verify before I make any eBay purchase. Whether I contact the seller or the seller already puts it in the item's description. But I have to know before I purchase that it is in good working condition when I'm searching, hunting for vintage razors. As long as I can verify that, I'm willing to put in a little elbow grease to clean up some soap scum. Oh man, my Lancaster towel smells of that Earth of Mankind scent. That's just fucking awesome, dude. It's just spicy, warm. It's starting to get a little bit colder over here, so that spicy, warm scent is really fucking doing it for me. Got the matching aftershave splash. I used this on that that initial run with Oaken Lab as well, and it did a real good job. Oh man, that smells fucking nice. This is gonna be another one that's really good for the colder months, colder weather. holiday season, stuff like that. Warm and spicy, and I really get a lot of pleasure out of this Earth of Mankind scent. I think it's fucking phenomenal. Oh yeah. Okay. So, do a quick little recap, and I'll let you guys out of here. So right there, Earth of Mankind from Oaken Labs, a nice warm spicy scent in the V3 base. I think that's a very good soap. I don't know the price range. Like I said, it was a gift, but very good soap. Love the scent on that one. We use the Easy Rider that we picked up. Goddamn, my fucking my hands lately. That we picked up from eBay. It's in very nice condition. You can see some age on it, but like I said, I gotta clean it up a little bit more. It's got that supply blade in it. I think it has a mild feel, mild blade feel. It's almost non-existent. It feels very safe and comfortable, but lo and behold, the shave was no drama, fucking very close and efficient. So nothing to complain about. The Easy Rider fucking killed it. Frank knotted up my alpha shaving handle with the AP Shave Co. Gelousy knot. I love this. The handle was hollow, so he backfilled it with a bunch of resin until he got to like the desired loft, and then he set the knot in there and went from there. Feels solid. It fucking whipped up a nice lather. Soft, jelly soft tips, and it actually has decent backbone, providing a gentle scrub. Right up there with my Lancaster V1 and Hair Force and whatnot. I really enjoyed this. Can't wait to get another shave with that little guy. And then of course, Lancaster bowl, Lancaster towel. You see them in every shave of mine. They're some of my favorite fucking gear in my den. So, I think that's it. I think we covered all our bases. We'll finish where we started with this Belgian wit. And cheers, guys. Thank you for supporting me, and thank you for stopping in one more time for a shave. I hope you guys have a good weekend. Cheers. And I'll catch you on the next one.